Ezekiel 4:19. They fling their silver into the streets, and their gold is considered unclean. Their silver and gold cannot save them on the day of the Father's wrath. They cannot satisfy their hunger or fill their bellies, for it has been the occasion of their sin. In their beautiful ornaments they took pride. Out of them they made their abominable images, their detestable things. For this reason I will make them unclean. I will hand them over as spoils to foreigners, as plunder to the wicked of the earth, so that they may defile them. I will turn my face away from them. My treasure will be defiled. The violent will enter and defile it. They will break slaughter, for the land is filled with bloodshed and the city with violence. I will bring in the worst of nations to take possession of their houses. I will put an end to their proud strength, and their sanctuaries will be defiled. When anguish comes, they will seek peace, but there is none. Disaster after disaster, rumor upon rumor. They keep seeking a vision from the prophet. Instruction from the priest is missing, and counsel from the elders. The king mourns, the prince is terror-stricken, and the hands of the common people tremble. I will deal with them according to their ways, and according to their judgments I will judge them. They shall know that I am the Lord. I am the Father, one and only true and living creator of all creatures. Most High Yahweh. Chapter 8. In the 6th year, on the 5th day of the 6th month, as I was sitting in my house with the elders of Judah sitting before me, the hand of the Father fell upon me there. I looked up, and there was a figure that looked like a man. Downward from what looked like his waist there was fire. From his waist upward, like the brilliance of polished bronze. Vision of abominations in the temple. He stretched out the form of a hand and seized me by the hair of my head. The Spirit lifted me up between earth and heaven and brought me in divine vision to Jerusalem, to the entrance of the inner gate facing north, where the statue of jealousy that provokes jealousy stood. There I saw the glory of the Father of Israel, the God of Israel, like the vision I had seen in the play. He said to me, Son of man, lift up their eyes to the north. I looked to the north, and there in the entry north of the altar gate was this statue of jealousy. He asked, Son of man, do you see what they are doing? Do you see the great abomination that the house of Israel is practicing here, so that I must depart from my sanctuary? You shall see even greater abomination. Then he brought me to the entrance of the courtyard, and there I saw a hole in the wall. Son of man, he ordered, dig through the wall. I dug through the wall. There was a doorway. Go in, he said to me, and see the evil abominations they are doing here. I went in and looked. Figures of all kinds of creeping things and loathsome beasts, all the idols of the house of Israel, pictured all around the wall. Before them stood 70 of the elders of the house of Israel. Among them stood Jazaniah, son of Shaphan, each with censer in hand. A cloud of incense drifted up. Then he said to me, Do you see, Son of man, what the elders of the house of Israel are doing in the dark? Each in his idol chamber, they think, The Lord the Father cannot see us. The Father has forsaken the land. He said, You will see them practicing even greater abominations. Then he brought me to the entrance of the north gate of the house of the Father. There women sat and wept for Tammuz. He said to me, Do you see this, Son of man? You will see other abominations greater than these. Then he brought me into the inner court of the house of the Father. There in the door of the Father's temple, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men with their backs to the Father's temple and their faces toward the east. They were bowing eastward to the sun. He said, Do you see this, Son of man? Are the abominable things in the house of Judah has done here so slight that they should also fill the land with violence, provoking me again and again? Now they are putting the branch to my nose. Therefore I in turn will act furiously. My eye will not spare, nor will I take pity, even if they cry out in a loud voice to me to hear. I shall not listen to them. Chapter 9. Slaughter of the idolaters. Then he cried aloud for me to hear. Come, you scourges of the city. And there were 6 men coming from the direction of the upper gate, which faces north. Each was a weapon of destruction in his hand. In their midst was a man dressed in linen, with a scribe's case at his waist. They entered and stood beside the bronze altar. Then the glory of the Father of Israel moved off the cherub and went up to the threshold of the temple. He called to the man dressed in linen with the scribe's case at his waist. And the Father said to him, Pass through the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and mark an X on the foreheads of those who grieve and lament over all the abominations practiced within it. To the others he said in my hearing, Pass through the city after him and strike. Do not let your eyes spare, do not take pity. Old and young, male and female, women and children, wipe them out. But do not touch anyone marked with the X. begin at my sanctuary. So they began with the elders who were in front of the temple. Defile the temple, he said to them. Fill its court with the slain. Then go out and strike the city. Strike in the city. As they were striking, I was left alone. I fell on my face, crying, Alas, Father, Most High, will you destroy all that is left of Israel when you pour out your fury on Jerusalem? He answered me, The guilt of the house of Israel and the house of Judah is too great to measure. The land is filled with bloodshed, the city with lawlessness. They think that the Father has abandoned the land, that he does not see them. My eye, however, will not spare, nor shall I take pity, but I will bring their conduct down upon their heads. Just then the man dressed in linen, with a scribe's case at his waist, made his report. I have done as you commanded. Chapter 10. Then I looked, and there above the firmament over the heads of the cherubim was something like a sapphire, something that looked like a throne. And he said to the man dressed in linen, Go within the wheelwork under the cherubim. Fill both your hands with burning coals from the place among the cherubim, then scatter them over the city. As I watched, he entered. Now the cherubim was standing on the south of the temple when the man went in, and a cloud filled the inner court. The glory of the Father had moved off the cherubim to the threshold of the temple. The temple was filled with the cloud, the whole court brilliant with the glory of the Father. The sound of the wings of the cherubim could be heard as far as the outer court. It was like the voice of God the Father, Almighty, Most High, speaking. He commanded the man dressed in linen, Take fire from within the wheelwork among the cherubim. The man entered and stood by one of the wheels. Thereupon the cherubim stretched out a hand from among the cherubim toward the fire in the midst of the cherubim, took some and put it in the hands of the one dressed in linen. He took it and came out. Something like a human hand was visible under the wings of the cherubim. I also saw 4 wheels beside the cherubim, 1 wheel beside each cherub, and the wheels appeared to have the sparkle of yellow topaz, and the appearance of the 4 all seemed alike, as though one wheel were inside the other. When they moved, they went in any of the 4 directions without veering as they moved. In whatever direction the first cherub faced, the other followed without veering as they went. Their entire bodies, backs, hands, and wings, and all the wheels were covered with eyes all around like the 4 wheels. I heard the wheels called wheelwork. Each one living creature had 4 faces. The first cherub, the second a human, the third a lion, the fourth an eagle. When the cherub rose up, they were indeed the living creatures I had seen by the river Chebar. When the cherubim moved, the wheels went beside them. When the cherubim lifted up their wings to rise from the earth, even the wheels did not leave their sides. When they stood still, the wheels still stood still. When they rose up, the wheels rose up with them, for the spirit of living creatures was in them. Then the glory of the Father left the threshold of the temple and took his place upon the cherubim. The cherubim lifted their wings and rose up from the earth before my eyes as they departed with the wheels beside them. They stopped at the entrance of the eastern gate of the Father's house, and the glory of the Father, the God of Israel, was upon them. These were the living creatures I had seen beneath the God of Israel, the Father, by the river Chebar. Now I knew they were cherubim. Each of them had 4 faces, 4 wings, and something like human hands under their wings. Their faces looked just like the faces I had seen by the river Chebar, and each one went straight ahead. Chapter 11. Death for the remnant in Jerusalem. The Spirit lifted me up and brought me to the eastern gate of the house of the Father facing east. There at the entrance of the gate were 25 men. Among them I saw public officials, Jazaniah, son of Azur, and Pelatiah, son of Benaiah. The Father said to me, Son of man, these are the men who are planning evil and giving wicked counsel in the city. They are saying no need to build houses. The city is the pot, and we are the meat. Therefore prophesy against them. Son of man, prophesy. Then the Spirit of the Father fell upon me and told me to say, Thus says the Lord, the Father, this is how you shall talk, house of Israel. I know the things that come into your mind. You have slain many in this city, filled this street with the slain. Therefore, thus says the Lord God Most High, the slain whom you piled in it, that is the meat. The pot is the city, but you I will bring out of it. Upon you, oracle of the Father. Your fear, the sword. You fear the sword. The sword that I will bring upon you, oracle of the Father. I will bring you out of the city, hand you over to foreigners, and execute judgments against you. By the sword you shall fall at the borders of Israel. I will judge you, so that you will know that I am the Father. The city shall not be a pot for you, nor shall you be meat within it. At the borders of Israel I will judge you, so you shall know that I am the Lord, the Father, whose statutes you did not follow, whose ordinances you did not keep. Instead you acted according to the ordinances of the nations around you.